Oh, now the protection is up. Love the technique. Hi everyone, I'm going to react to Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, Episode 3, Hidden Inventory 3. And last episode, Gojo and Geto are protecting, what's her name? Riko, right? And then you had Fushiguro and his handler or whatever um, sending out this, what's it called again? Bounty, whatever, on Riko's head, sending them after Riko-chan and get Gojo to try to um make Gojo weaker before Fushiguro jumps into battle, I guess, because he was also hired by the religious group to kill Riko-chan, and since Gojo is protecting her, and he knows how strong Gojo is, he's trying to throw these people at Gojo to try to, make him weaker, I guess, before he goes in. So yeah, that's where we were last episode. They took out the people that were sent after Riko-chan. And yes, I'm wondering when exactly. And then Fushiguro was asked about his son, and he's like, who? Oh, what the heck was up with that? I don't know. So that's what happened last episode. And before we get into this one, if you guys have a reaction, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe and please consider supporting my Patreon at patreon.com/feeling me. And now let's start this episode. And here we go. I am so shocked right now. I should have known something was gonna be wrong. The way they were just having fun this like at the beginning of this episode. Like they started this episode with Kuroi, was that her name? Okay, she's captured, and then Riko wants to go with them to the exchange or whatever. Gojo gives this ominous warning to her, but she's determined to go. The next scene you see from that warning, they were all having fun at the beach. I'm like, then they go into the intro. I'm like, okay, what kind of switch is this? And to come back from the intro, they basically sort of summarize what happened. Like they went and rescued Kuroi, like no problem. Geto was wondering why the things happened the way they happened because something was off. They called in. What's his name? I know your name. What am I forgetting your name? Hanami. They called in Hanami and another person. They didn't do anything this episode. I don't even know why they showed them. Because clearly they had no impact at all on what happened this episode. They just showed them, I guess, coming in as backup, but they didn't actually do anything. And then it was time for them to go to the airport or something. I don't know. It was time for them to go. But seeing the disappointed look on Rika's face, Goto is like, okay, Gojo. It's just like, let's just go. Let's just stay, go in the morning or something. Just stay another day. And then the next thing you see, they are the Jujutsu high grounds and everything. They inside the barrier. And then they're like, okay, we'll save. Gojo deactivates his eyes, and the very next moment is stuck. I can't even speak. The sword is like just pierced him. I knew immediately who that was. All of them were shocked. And then Gojo was just telling Geto, go, that he was able to whatever do some things that made it okay, like he's physically okay. He just felt like just like a small needle running through like something, so it didn't really affect him that much or something, apart from the fact that he was using his technique for so long and he was probably already tired, and then the small needle through him, and then he's like, okay, I'm fine, just go and bring Rika to Tengen-sama. And then the battle between these two, I'm like, Gojo said that Fushiguro um made a pact, it's a celestial pact or whatever. He basically gave up having curse energy, or what are they called again? Their energy or whatever. He basically gave that up for physical ability, and I'm like, that's basically how Maki is, right? She can't detect any physical energy or anything like that, but she's really strong physically and stuff. I'm trying to go back and look through this stuff, but the internet is just like mixing me up. So I made because I'm remembering that, like when it comes to Maki, was it a celestial pact? I don't know, but there was that, was it Mikamaru? What was his name again? From the other school, that basically has this immense amount of energy, but he's physically weak and he just stays in his bathtub or something or other like that. Like he's so weak and all of that. So that's that kind of change. That's what they said when it came to Fushiguro here. And so he's so strong physically, he's so fast. It was hard for Gojo to keep up with him. And then Gojo is like, okay. He used blue and basically destroyed everything around him, made it so that if Fushiguro was coming after him, he can see him. Because he can't detect him by curse energy. He cannot do that. So he's like, he basically has to see him coming, right? So his eyes is all like wide open and everything. And then Fushiguro had this cursed spirit or whatever on him as he was fighting Gojo. And then when Gojo used blue, after he used blue, all these little insect curses, whatever, was like all around him, which he assumed came out of the thing that was on Fushiguro's back. And that was preventing him, those things were preventing him from actually seeing Fushiguro coming. And then for a moment he thought, okay, if this trying to keep me from seeing him coming, the original goal, I guess, of Fushiguro is to go after Rika. So he assumed that Fushiguro was going after Rika, right? But then in that very moment that he assumed that, and then he turned his eyes away to basically, I'm thinking he's looking toward where Rika and Geto went and everything. And then this dude just showed up behind him, used this special curse tool that basically deactivates any technique that you have. And he used that, and he just the way he just, I cannot even say it. Like when you look at Gojo after that attack, him on the floor all bloody and everything, his eyes sort of like vacant, and I'm like, he can't be dead, right? I mean, we know that right now, like present time, he's still alive and everything. But then you go back there, you see him on the floor, looking like all dead and stuff. And I'm like, okay, is he still alive? Barely? Or is he actually dead? And I'm thinking about, Yuji right now, when he died and then he made a pact with Sukuna, but then it's not like Gojo has a cursed spirit inside of him or something, someone that he's gonna be making a pact with. So I'm like, I guess at this particular moment, I don't know. But like, and then they show Geto and Rika making their way, they came to this place. Geto called it something. I don't quite remember. And he was basically giving Rika directions. You just go here, you go here, and then you're gonna enter Tengen-sama's domain and all of that. But then he's like, unless you don't want to go. And he told her that him and Gojo had talked about it because, yes, I've been saying this since the very beginning. I don't care if once you assimilate it, your person, like she said, I am Tengen-sama, Tengen-sama becomes me, my feelings, my thoughts, and all of that will be all part of Tengen-sama. I will still be alive through him. I'm like, I don't care about all of that. Your life is going to be cut short. You're not going to be able to do all the things that you wanted to do. You're not going to be able to be with the people that you love. You're just going to be stuck in that person, being assimilated by that person. And then that's it. Like, your life is basically being cut short. You are dying. Figurative speaking, you are dying. Your future is dying. And your hopes and dreams are dying. So it's like, I was not okay with that. And to learn that Gojo and Geto actually talked about it, and that they were like, if this girl decides that she does not want to be she does not want to be assimilated, we're going to protect her, even against Tengen-sama. I'm like, okay. So they talked about this. They were not also like, it didn't seem right to them, or, to some extent, it didn't seem right to them. They gave her the choice, And Geto was like, if you decide not to become part of Tengen-sama, me and Gojo, we're going to protect you. We're the strongest. And I'm like, I don't know about that, because your boy is out there on the floor dying or dead. I'm still not sure. He's not going to be able to protect her. Fushiguro is coming. And all of that. And I'm like, he said that, and then he gave her the liberty, the freedom to speak her mind, and saying that she does not want to be assimilated. She just wants to go back and be with her friends and family. And just that she made that choice. And Geto was like, so happy for her, just let's go home. And they were all smiling, and then you hear the shot through the head. I'm like, what? In the moment, I'm thinking, do you actually need to kill her? She's just made the choice of not going through with this. And then he just shot her. He just killed her. And I keep seeing the look on Geto's face when that happened. Because they were just smiling, and you could still see the smile on his face until he realized that she was on the floor, and he kept calling out to her. She was not saying anything. And then Fushiguro just comes in. It's like, job's done or whatever. I don't quite remember exactly what he said. And Geto was like, how are you here? Because he couldn't imagine anyone getting past Gojo. It's like, how are you here? If you're here, he's thinking something probably happens to Gojo. And then he just came right out and said that he killed him. And Geto just like all upset, now die. And then they ended the episode. I'm like, I was told that this arc or whatever that's coming is insane and all of that, but like I don't know. I did not expect this. This is only the beginning of the arc, so I cannot even imagine how the rest of it was gonna be. I was told about Megumi's father and everything, that he was strong and all of that, but I didn't quite think that he feels evil to me. I didn't quite think that he was evil. No good person will so carelessly kill a young girl and just have no feeling about it. It's clear. And then who did it say that to? Or I think it was Gojo that asked him, "Do I know you or something or other like that or something? Have you met before?" I don't know. And then he's like, he's not good with faces. So I'm like, okay, so when they asked him about Megumi, did he actually, like, is there some kind of mental thing that he has that just keeps him from remembering stuff and he doesn't remember Megumi? I don't. I am so not okay right now. Like, I love me Gojo. Gojo is like my favorite character on this show, and to just see him like that, even though it was in the past, and right now I know he's okay right now and all of that, just to see him, because he feels so invincible to me, and to just see this dude just go past his defenses and just destroy him like that. I don't want to. I keep seeing all the things that he did to him, and I'm like, and then to just shoot. Was it a bullet? Was it a gun? Like an actual gun that he used? I feel like I was also, I don't know if I was shocked about that. I'm like, are there guns in I'm so used to them using curse techniques and all of that. So I'm like, wait, is it a gun? Is it a curse technique that feels like a gun, or is it like an actual gun? I can't even go back and look at it because, like I said, I'm having a hard time. The internet is just loading and whatnot. I'm so shocked right now. I so do not like this. I so do not like this. I'm even like trying to keep my image of Gojo, trying to make sense. I'm not even trying to make sense. I'm trying to think. Oh, maybe this is all part of some kind of illusion, that Gojo is not actually like on the floor there and all of that. But then if it was just an illusion, Rika can't be dead right now. Shouldn't be dead right now. If it was an illusion, he would have shown back up, did something. Thank you guys for watching. And if you like this reaction, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe. And if you want to see my reactions in this episode, you can do so by checking out my Patreon at patreon.com/feelmini. And you can also see the full length for this reaction there as well. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye. I've been defeated and brought down.